handy hint, I'm going to talk about the difference between jodhpurs and breeches. So for years, ever since I started riding, my parents always bought me jodhpurs, I always bought jodhpurs, and you know, to be honest, I just didn't realise that, you know, there was a difference between jodhpurs and breeches. Like, I don't know if anyone else has done this or whatever, that's why I'm creating the video in case someone is sort of like me. But I always sort of thought jodhpurs and breeches were the same thing, so I sort of used the term jodhpurs and breeches interchangeably. And yeah, and so I always just bought jodhpurs because, I don't know, I never went looking for something else called breeches. And so when I went into the horse store, I was like, oh, I'm looking for jodhpurs. So they'd show me like the jodhpur section. Now, the difference between jodhpurs and breeches. So jodhpurs, which I have here. So these are a pair of jodhpurs. I don't know if you can see in the whole thing. Anyway, so jodhpurs are longer in length. So they pretty much will go straight down to sort of past your ankles. Jodhpurs. They're also normally thicker in material, so the material itself feels thicker. And they're not meant to be worn with tall boots. They're meant to be worn with short boots, like kids at pony club or anyone who's just riding with short boots. Because you can just cover the top of the boot with the jodhpur and that stops sand and all that stuff getting in it. And so that's what I always did until I started wearing top boots, and then I realised it was like really hard for me to try and fit my jodhpurs into my top boots. Like I'd be there, you know, trying to like scrunch, you know, the jodhpurs into the boot and like holding the boot together to try and pull the zipper up, etc, etc. And I just thought that's everyone's problem, you know, and everyone had that problem. Also, another thing that I noticed is that I had a lot of my friends who had this trend of, you know, putting their socks over the top of their, what I thought was jodhpurs, like what I've got on here, socks. And I tried to do that with my jodhpurs, but it was really bulky, it looked horrible, and I was finding it even harder to fit my leg into my tall boots. And again, I just sort of thought, man, they must have been getting a different brand of jodhpurs. So I was looking for like jodhpurs that had like a thinner material to see if that would work, and no luck there. It was actually not until like by a complete fluke that I went into like a horse store, Horseland actually, that I saw a rack full of what I know now as breeches. And when I picked them up, they were thinner in material. So like I've got breeches on now, so they're like my bluish purpley coloured breeches, and they're thinner in material. They stop shorter than the jodhpurs do. So like these ones probably stop just above my ankles, so like they stop about here with my fingers running on my leg. And when I realised, I did have my tall boots with me, that I could fit my breeches, I say not jodhpurs, into my boot really easily, and that I could actually put my socks over the top of my breeches and still fit it into my tall boot very, very easily. So yeah, that was a bit of a wow moment for me, a bit of a moment where I sort of felt a bit dumb in the moment. But just for anyone who was sort of like me, that is the difference. Breeches are thinner in material, they are shorter in length, so they finish just above your ankle, maybe a little bit more above your ankle on your leg. You can put socks over the top of them without them looking bulky, and you can fit them into your tall boots or top boots, whatever you want to call them, really, really easily. So yeah, so make sure when you go to horse stores next and you're looking for breeches, not jodhpurs, you ask the kind staff in the store and tell them you're looking for breeches, not jodhpurs. So yeah, so yes, that is my handy hint for you guys today. And I hope that was helpful, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys next week for another episode of Hannah's Handy Hints. Bye.